you know, I'm a type of person that I think things through, before I make decisions, especially life altering decisions, because who you lie down with is a life altering decision. Greetings and welcome back to my channel. I know that I've been missing in action, but I had a lot of things going on. So maybe one day I can tell you guys about it. But anyway, I wanted to get on here and I wanted to deliver this video. And I want to give you some tips. I'm just going to go right into the video. I want to give you some tips that are going to help you in your journey. If you're a woman of faith, or if you are just someone that, you have your virginity, or you're just on this journey because you're waiting to get married. So I'm going to give you some tips that I've been following since I took an abstinent vow, which was in 2012. So yes, I know it's been a long time, but I'm my own person. I'm free. I'm free from the A word, the ABUS word, with the X on the end. I'm free from that. I'm free from the manipulation. I'm free from, the one with the vices. I'm free from so many different things because I took this journey. I'm free to be my own person. And that is why I took this journey. And like I said, I'm about to just go right in. The first thing I do want to let you know is it's not easy. Celibacy is not easy, okay? And as you know, me as a woman of God, I have been tempted numerous times to come out of my celibacy. And I honestly don't know how I'm doing it, And I could just say that it's my faith, that is keeping me on this path. And, I'm a type of person that I think things through, before I make decisions, especially life altering decisions, because who you lie down with is a life altering decision. It's a life altering decision. It really is. That's why there's so many soul ties. There's so many, diseases out here. There's so many just terrible connections out here, because we jumped the gun and we went for somebody maybe because of their looks, but they had no character, or we went for somebody just for the money, but they had no character, and like I said, when you go to that level, that's the next level, that's beyond getting to know someone, is giving yourself, giving your whole self. That's beyond. So that's the first thing that I want to let you know, is that celibacy is very, very challenging, and it's very difficult, especially in this day and hour where everybody's doing it, but everybody's not doing it, There's still some people that are like, I'm going to take this stand, but it's not a popular topic, A lot of people are like, you know what, I don't, I want to do what I want to do. But then you see them weeks, years later, and they're in bondage They're tied to the wrong man. They're like, what have I done? You know, they're married to the wrong person because they got that soul tie. They gave up their body. You know, they connected with someone that was, you know, not even, you know, they couldn't connect on a intellectual, you know. So it's a very beautiful thing, but it can also be a dangerous thing as well, you know. So, you know, like I said, I have my reasons, and like I said, it's not always easy, but it was the best choice for me. Considering my past, you know, I never thought I'd be able to walk in this path at all. You know, the kind of woman I was before, you know, BC, before my faith, I'm not even going to put myself out there like that, but I was unable to control myself. And this is the tips that I'm about to give you that have helped me over the years. So let's go into it. I already told you the number one for me. The number one was to realize that it's going to be hard. Okay? That's number one. Number two is to be discerning. Be discerning. Who's in your circle? You know, why are they there? Why are you, you know, hanging out with that person? You know your heart. You know how you're feeling about a person, or, you know, what your motives are. Like, examine yourself. You know, not only examine yourself, but be discerning about who's in your circle and what they want as well. You know, this is a tip that's going to help you to be able to navigate through, you know, this maze, because it's a maze. But if you're discerning, it can help you so much, because you'll know whether that person's there to build or whether that person's there just for a good time. You know, you'll know if that's a person that you want to, you know, you want to give a chance to, you want to have a relationship with, you want to take it to different levels. You'll know, you know. That's why you need to be discerning, you know, or your intuition. Follow your intuition. Your intuition is going to let you know if that person is good for you or not. I'm big on intuition. I'm big on that and being discerning. Why is that person there? Why are you there with that person? You know your own heart. You know if you're there because you're attracted to that person and you want what you want. You know, and I know. So be discerning. That's number two. Number three is watch what you put before your face. Now, that seed was planted early for me. I used to watch, like, porn was, I don't want to say it on YouTube, but it was introduced to me early, okay? Very early. And so that, you know, incited me. It just, you know, lit a fire within me. And I was looking for the opportunities, you know, because my parents, they weren't going to, of course, they're not going to let me watch that kind of stuff. But I was looking for opportunities, you know, where I can sneak and watch certain things, you know. And that's where, you know, those desires, they just was burning within me, you know. It was just a fire lit, you know. So it's like you're sitting there and you're watching a movie and they have a you know, one of those scenes, and you're like, your flesh is going to be like, yeah, you know, it's going to be like, it's going to incite those desires in you. Those desires are just going to start to just bubble up, and you're going to be like, let me call so-and-so, or let me, you know, you know, I'm not trying to make it a you know, I'm not trying to be like it's not serious, but because it's very serious. And that's why we have to watch what we put before our face, because it's just gonna set that blaze. You're gonna be like, I need it. I need it. You know, you're gonna be hungry. You're gonna be thirsting for it. So that is why, that is something that I do, is I guard my eyes. I guard my eyes. You know? So moving on. I think that was number 3. So number 4 is like watch how much time you're spending with the opposite, you know, with the opposite sex, you know, someone that you're interested in, you know. You have in the back, you got the slow music playing, like you setting yourself up, you know what I mean? And before that you start spending time with somebody, you're already gonna know the reason why you're spending time with them. You're already gonna know, you know, whether if it's to go to that level or you looking for a relationship, or you're already gonna know. And you're gonna already know, you're gonna already know in your intuition if you should be with that person or you shouldn't be with that person. You're gonna already know. You're gonna know already. It's already gonna be there. So, you know, you sitting there, if you walking this walk, this journey, you sitting there, you listen to some bump and grind music, what do you think's gonna happen? Oh yeah, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be a wrap. You know, come on, let's be real. Let's be real about this. This is a real topic, and this is a real struggle for so many different people, you know, and even for the church, even for people of faith, you know. I mean, I don't know how it is for, you know, somebody who never, you know, encountered it, you know, who hasn't done it now, you know, but I can say from my view, from a person who has done it, I can tell you that it is a very big struggle. And, you know, it's a very big struggle. And honestly, it's a big weapon, you know? It's a big weapon. Like, so many people are brought down through sexual activity. You know, they're brought down. And what I mean is by like brought down, I mean like you get with somebody that they have no moral code. What's gonna happen to you? You know, you get with somebody that starts, you know, pounding on you. What's gonna happen to you? You know, these are real life things that you have to ask yourself before you get involved. You get with somebody who talks to you like you're nothing. You know, what's gonna happen to you? You know? And so many people are just like, hello, you know, let's do this. And then years later, like not even days later, you find out that this person has bad habits. You know, they're doing DRUG with an X at the end. And now you're like feeling like you're stuck because you didn't give them your most precious gift. That's why I'm coming on here to do this video, because even though it's a topic that many people that they're like, oh, I'm not doing that, or I don't want to hear about that. It's a topic that needs to be discussed because it is bringing many people down. It is hurting so many different people's lives. It really is. So, and like I said, it's not going to be easy, you know, but I'm telling you, there's so much freedom. There's so much freedom. you know? And like I said, I'm just being 100% with you. It is one of the biggest struggles that I've endured in my life. Okay? But I'm grateful that I'm on this path. I'm grateful that I'm on this path. I feel within myself, I deserve the best. I am a queen and I deserve to be treated like one. And I'm not setting myself above anybody or anything like that. I'm just saying what I deserve and how valuable I feel that I am and how valuable I feel that my body is and that I want to give it to my husband. You know, I'm not saying that I won't make a mistake in the future, which I don't plan on it, because I do plan on staying disciplined in this area. But I'm still human. So I'm going from that. I think we're at number 4, number 5. So number 5 is take control of your thoughts. Take control of your thoughts. You know, what you think is what you become. You know, and sometimes we just let the floodgate, just our minds just like, it's like becomes a filthy lake, you know, a filthy pond, of thoughts just flood, and we gotta control those things. We have got to control our thoughts, because our thoughts will, what we think we're gonna become. It's just the way it's just the way it goes. Gotta take control of those thoughts. Gotta grab them and say, no, no, this is not happening. You gotta rebuttal them, You gotta, put some positive things in your mind, If you're a believer, pour that word into your mind, Pour positive music, into your mind. Focus on something different. Focus on something positive. Focus on something that you want to accomplish, that you want to do for your future, So you gotta, refocus your mind. And I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, because, sometimes those thoughts, they just, like I said, they just pour in like a flood. And you're just like, you become like a dog in heat, And I can say even for women too, We are not exempt from this. We are the one that says yay or nay. We are the one with the power. We have a lot of power. A lot. A lot. So control what you're thinking. If you're always thinking about it, then you're gonna walk towards that direction. So control your thinking. Refocus. Recenter. So I believe that's number 5. So we're gonna go on to number 6. So number 6 is like, I think I touched it a little bit, but watch what you talk about, when you're with the opposite, sex. And I'm just saying that because I used to be a very, sexual person. And the things that I used to talk about was just like, if I wanted you, you knew that I wanted you. You knew that I wanted you, because my talk was going to go towards that direction. And now I run from that direction. And, you can't always say what's in your mind, okay? Learn that. You cannot always say what's in your mind. Sometimes you got to hold your tongue and you got to be like, you know what? At this moment, I want to say, come over, or let's do this after work, or I'll meet you here, or, I told you it was going to be real. But you can't always say what's in your mind. You gotta resist. You gotta resist that urge to speak what's in your mind. Talk about, different positions, different, just different things that could come up in a conversation. I just had recently, and it wasn't even me, but I don't entertain that kind of chat, because I have to protect myself. I have to protect myself. Although I've been, there's times that you're weaker than others. That's why you have to know yourself. You have to know yourself. You have to know how much can you bear? How much can you take in a certain situation or a certain scenario? Like if you're in a company of a person that, they're just so fine or whatever, or you just like that person or that person likes you, or whatever the situation is. But you have to know how much you can bear, how much you can take in this flesh. If you know that being with that person after a certain time, if you know that it's gonna push you over the edge, or spending so much time on the phone and, all of a sudden the conversation starts to shift, cut it short. Protect yourself. Because that's, honestly, to tell you the truth, that's what abstinence is about. It's about protecting you, protecting your emotions, protecting your body. Remember, there's diseases out here. Remember your emotions. Once you give yourself, especially, no, I'm going to say it's men and women, because soul ties can be created, for either or. But it mostly happens to us women. I'm going to say that. But listen, if you are a single and this is the pathway that you are trying to follow, these tips will help you. They will. And like I said, I've been doing this since 2012. But I wanted to finish up what I was saying about what happened just a little while ago. One of my coworkers has said something to me about, if I would ask him, that he would have sex with me. And it literally came out the blue. Like, we were talking about, because he's a Christian as well, but we were talking about, Christian things. We were talking about narcissism. We was talking about all different kinds of things. And we was talking about, just a little bit about our weaknesses or whatnot. And he just came out with that. And I'm like, I did not follow up with the conversation. I cut it right there. I cut it right there. Yes, we all get weak, but we have to know our boundaries. We have to know our limits. We have to know how much we can take. We have to know how far we can go with our speech. And I'm telling you, anything that has to do with, for me, anything that has to do with anything that is going towards, the human body, it's very difficult for me, you know. So like I said, I cut it short, and that's a protection for myself. And, you know, and the other part of me, you know, wanted to engage. And it's not like I don't know what he's feeling. It's like it's not like I don't know what he's going through, because I do. I do. I may not have his same struggle, his same battle, you know, because men and women are different, but I'm in the flesh just as he's in the flesh. But I'm not going to entertain that talk, because the next thing you know, what time are we meeting? So I wanted to come on here, and I just wanted to make it raw for you, but real, you know, and give you some tips on how, you know, in 2024, you know, I've been meaning to make this video for a little while now, but in 2024, like, these are some tips that you can use to be, and if you are abstinent, to stay abstinent. But I also, I'm about to finish up this video, but I want to say to you guys that want to get on this just journey, and, you know, or you made a mistake, or you're suffering because of your mistake, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be real with you 100%. In order to get free from, you know, whatever sex has created in your life, the chaos that it may have created in your life, you're gonna have to break it. You're gonna have to abstain, you know, because it is a powerful, powerful weapon. But not many people are gonna pick this weapon of choice. So I actually wrote a book. I will put it in the description. It's Amazon ebook, and it goes into a little bit more depth about, you know, my soul ties. It goes into a little bit more about my story or whatnot, but it will bless you. The book will bless you. And it goes into a little bit more about how to, you know, be abstinent in this day and age. So I just shared with you several points, but it goes into a little bit more depth if you want a little bit more. So you can purchase my ebook. It's $6.99 on Amazon. All right. Peace, y'all.